everybody, welcome back to my channel. So the Sun has got a hold of Spare. It was released in Spain by accident, allegedly, before the official release date next week. The Guardian have got hold of it as well, and the newspapers, which could have paid top money for it, for the stories and exclusives, are getting it for free. So we're getting it for free as well. So we are going to look into some of the claims from Spare around, which is contradictory, I must say, around what happened with Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and Camilla as well. So we're going to look into both of those ladies and the claims that are in Spare that have come out so far, to see if we can gauge what kind of response, if anything, and how they feel about it and the allegations themselves. So sit back. This might be a bit of a longer one because we're doing a few things in this reading. So yeah, get a cup of tea, pause it, and come back if you want and get a drink or something, and we'll get into it. I just want to say thank you for all the support, and thanks to everyone for being here, as well as the emotional support comment. I do appreciate you guys. Thanks very much. So shall we start off and let's have a look at Catherine. So apparently Meghan was it's quite a dismissive comment to say, turn around and invalidate somebody and say they have a baby brain. It must have just been before the wedding and after Catherine had Louis. So let's look into that. You want to come out, eh? 9 of Wands, boundaries. Start off. This energy is saying that they have overstepped the boundaries here. This was not something. There may be some truth in this. However, it was a big boundary for Catherine. Big boundary for Catherine. Oh, there we go. What's crossing this situation is the Devil in reverse. This is all about weaving a narrative and making a mountain out of a molehill. They're weaponizing this incident to say they caused offence, yet they're taking offence. Now, Catherine has just had a baby, and I know I haven't had any kids myself, but I do know from family and friends that after having a baby, it is a bit kind of, you know, you can feel quite emotional because your body's just given birth, everything's changing. You're settling down into a new routine, and this is weaponized against her and manipulated against her. They really didn't like them turning around and pointing out the fact that saying something like, oh, you've just got a baby brain, is pretty dismissive. I don't think it's just because of the relationship. I don't think anyone would like to be dismissed like that. Your opinion isn't valid because you're just hormonal. I mean, that's a trope, isn't it, really? It's what women say. That's the kind of old thing. Oh, she's just been hormonal. It invalidates a point. It's almost like misogyny. But it is the grand feminist herself who said it. What's above the situation? The 8 of Wands. This is an attack. The 8 of Wands, to me, it's going backwards and forth on the internet. It's causing drama. It's messages getting misinterpreted. Messages going in for the attack. Pushing over those boundaries. So yeah, this is something that has been weaponized and used by people online. Like Kate made Meghan cry, and you have all of that stuff. When in actually it was... They've kind of let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, because they've let this energy out that there's a little bit of truth in it, because we have the boundary card and we have the devil crossing. So there is a manipulation of the truth. And with the boundaries there, with the 9 of Wands, that's just them. Yeah, they crossed a boundary, but they're turning it around and saying, actually, oh, we upset you. Actually, we're more upset because you did this, this, and this. That's with the devil crossing, guys. Underneath it all is the King of Wands. Now, I think the King of Wands is this figure, it could be a ghostwriter, but there's somebody who is very disruptive, who is linked allegedly for entertainment purposes only to the Markles. And he is somebody who is in with this kind of disinformation and aggressive kind of going at Harry and at the monarchy, William and Catherine, particularly Catherine. And there is someone who will make themselves known, or will be discussed in the book, but they are tied in with a lot of the misinformation and the attacks online. I do not think that Harry and Meghan's hands are clean. Everything they say allegedly that they're doing, I feel from my readings, from what I can get psychically, I feel that they are involved in the stuff online as well. And we've said that for a while. The Three of Swords is wounding and heartbreak, and there's some kind of healing revolved around that. I do think there was an incident. I do think that people were upset, but it's a minor instance. It's a minor arcana. There's this feeling that there was maybe some missteps and some bruising and some egos tarnishing. It's something that could have been moved on from, but they're keeping bringing it up. They're keeping going at it with the devil energy there. This is something that they just cannot let go on. They need to be right. They need to be virtuous. They need to be corrected. They need to control. Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, this is a merry dance. When you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse here, and especially aspected with the devil, I feel, and the other cards, this is them finding their way, navigating their way, trying to out of this kind of mess that they're in. When the Eight of Swords is across from the devil like this, and it's in the future, that they are going to try and tie others in knots to get themselves out of a mess. What they want is action from these accusations about Catherine. They want them to do something. They want them to come out. They want them to say something, because we have the Ace of Wands there as well. They want them to make mistakes. Yeah, well, they want them to make mistakes, but they want them to fire up. They want them to say something. They're almost like goading them. The royal family is being goaded. The Nine of Cups comes out so much for the Sussexes. It's like they are smug. It's like they are saying, we have got everything together. We have got everything here. We are going to, you know, the feeling self-satisfied at how everything has gone. It's not a good look. And then we have the Three of Cups, celebration. How does Catherine feel about this? Interesting that they've got a celebration in the fall. You might get bestseller, but for how long will this happen? Seven of Swords. With the Seven of Swords energy, it's a very much, they're feeling like there has been trickery. Things have been misinterpreted. Things have been purposefully done. And with the white stag there as well. I know we're reading on the royal family and this is going to sound crazy. But this leads back to around the time of the Queen's funeral, something else happened. There's the Queen of Wands in reverse. That could be the Seven of Swords. Could be they've realised and found out and understood more what has been going on, especially Catherine. Like she's kind of got more of a clarity of thought around this. The Queen of Wands, definitely feel that Meghan is the problem. Death above. In reverse, this is the burning of the bridges. They are burning away all of the reconciliation that could have been. I think this is going to forever change the relationship and the landscape within the royal family. And Catherine definitely feels like there's a change of pace. She doesn't want the attention though. She knows everyone's watching. She knows the world's watching. You see the massive kind of like, you've got two major arcana surrounding her. So Catherine is very aware and there's this unwanted attention and she doesn't want it to be like this. I don't think anybody wants it to be like this, but it does seem that it's the kind of like finite is coming to chaos. It's coming towards an ending. And now we have the full risk. The reason and I mean this with all respect, is she's been kind of, she knows. She was like, this is a risk, something around the funeral. Do you know when they did that walkout from, they were at Windsor and they, like, William and Catherine were at Adelaide House and the overseas couple were there as well. And they did that walkout. She's very kind of like, this is a risk. We can't speak to them. She's very aware of a risk, but she kind of took it. And she's feeling vulnerable because she kind of left that. She's like, any contact with them is a risk. Because that's the nearest, and especially around the funeral. It would be interesting if more comes out about that. And then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Wands and the Four of Cups in reverse, they're coming in. That's what's crossing her, and the Four of Cups in reverse. It's almost like there is opportunities. It's the it's the rejection of offerings, isn't it? The Four of Wands. The Eight of Cups. You know, Catherine is a mama bear. I know we've got bears on this card, but I'm just let me go with it. And the Four of Wands is all about marriage, happy home, and she's concerned. What's worrying her is it's going to affect her family life. It's going to affect her home. She's worried first and foremost about her kids. And she's just like, why didn't they just walk away? Why don't they just move on from it? Can they not just move on from it? Why aren't they moving on from it? And like every good gesture kind of gets poured down the sink, if you know what I mean. Like, So Temperance is here, and she's wanting to smooth waters and things to get back onto track and things to be smoothed out. However, we have got the Seven of Wands there, which suggests that she's going to feel like they're being attacked. She's going to feel it's an unnecessary attack. But she may very well be feeling like she's being defended. There's this Three of Cups there, which suggests it ties in with something like Catherine. And Catherine, something doesn't go well for Catherine in all of this. And they celebrate it. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to go and clear these cards and then we're going to have a look at Camilla. Okay, so let's have a look at Camilla. What does Spare have in store for Camilla? Because he implies that Camilla is interested in him because he's not the heir and is not warm to him. So what has it got in store for Camilla? There we go. Ten of Swords, an ending. I feel like all trust with this will have completely gone. There's a definite feeling with the Ten of Swords as a starting point that this is not good. This really is not good. There's an ending straight away. What's crossing it is reputational damage. So with the Queen of Cups here, not only it could be two things with regards to Harold or Henry or Harry or whatever. His mother, Princess Diana, he has an obsession and a fixation with, and he is trying to convolute and connect her personality to his personality. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, though, it's also wanting to tarnish and weaponize Camilla's. Camilla used to be one of the most hated women in the UK. She really was, like, not liked because she was seen as the home wrecker, blah, 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 blah. Even though Princess Diana had her first book. We'll just skip over that. There is a definite sense that he not only wants to take his mother's positive attributes, but also enhance and remind the general public of what he deems as Camilla's negative ones are. So the wicked stepmother, he's put that trope out there, that archetype. He's also mentioned as well that she was cold with him, a young boy. How can he remember all of this, yet he doesn't say he remembers anything from his mother? Okay. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. There is this unwillingness to make things work. I think he may well attempt at making people look lazy. Like making Camilla look like she's taking a shortcut. Making Camilla look like she doesn't put the work in. There we are. And the reason why this is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. He would like to blame everyone for him leaving the royal family when he cannot just admit to himself that it was his choice. He still wants the fame, so it's kind of like he has to attach it to things. It's just a mess. It's such a mess. And that Five of Pentacles, the Four of Cups there comes up so much in these readings. Doesn't matter what Camilla did and how often she would give him like help or grace, they ignored it. They are having the temper tantrum cards. They just didn't want to kind of ingratiate with Camilla. They've put themselves on the outside. There's the ones who've thrown themselves on the outside, and they're desperate to link it back in. And this is all about coin. This is making money. This is to say, look, we are regal, we are lovely. I am Princess Diana's son. I am. It's all about a rebrand and putting some money in. And this is what's leading him to do this. It is a swiped attack at the monarchy. He wants it to look like he has a balance around him, and there's all this art, and he wants to look like he's balanced and fair in his judgments. And he wants to, with this, he wants to monetize his connections with the monarchy. That's simply as it is. He also wants to take away, with the Queen of Cups crossing the Ten of Swords, I would say any kind of credibility or popularity that Camilla has had. He's really trying to go for that. He's going to imply that they don't work, and he really is the one who can save the monarchy, because they all are just, yeah. There's the Eight of Swords, and that just came out for Catherine as well. With the Moon in reverse, it's almost like he doesn't want to be called out that any of his secrets or any of his exposures are wrong. There is a murkiness here. There is a cruelty. It's almost, he's lying. It's a cruel thing he's doing to his family, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And they're going to wrap ropes tight around other people's feet and get them all wound into a bunch. And this is what they're trying to do. I really feel like this is more than just, at this point, this is more than just burnt blood. He's a useful idiot, a pawn in someone's game, and it's to get at the monarchy. And they're trying to paint everybody in a negative light but themselves. And this is going to keep going and going and going. Let me know what you guys think, if there's anything you would like to add to this reading. I know we've covered quite a lot. I think with Camilla, he's going to say she's cold, the anti-Diana, even though he says he can't remember his mum's from being there. And yeah, this is all to do with being cut out and put away from the monarchy. So it's a mess. It's a mess. So anyway, that's my reading. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I'm always interested to hear them. Thanks very much for being here, and I shall see you in the next one, guys. Bye, everyone.